Welcome back to Crypto 618 channel, and in this video we're going to cover Bitcoin, and it's just entered into the deep value zone. I'm going to cover what that is in a minute, and we're going to talk about 3 things you can do to help you with your Bitcoin right now. So let's get started. So this is the daily chart of Bitcoin. So this represents Bitcoin USD on the daily. So if we have a quick look, we can see where a Bitcoin is at right now. It is 35,935, so just under 36,000. This is right here. Now, I think yesterday, it actually went as low as nearly 33,000. So it did go quite low yesterday. It bounced back a little bit, but we're showing a bit of bearish candle there at the moment. So let's take a look at where we came from. So back in January here, you can see this was a continuation of the bull market that we've seen, and it went up to right up to around about 65,000 here, and then we had this a bit of a retracement back to these levels. But as you can see, these levels here held pretty strong. So these are some of the levels that were pretty key. This is around the 30,000 level, and every time it got below that, they kept on buying until they got to the point here back in July, when it just continued on upwards, and then we went to see new highs of around about at least 69,000, and since then we've been retracing back, and that's where we are right now, around about 36,000. So if we have a look at the fib levels, and it's easy with the fib levels, you just click on the last major low point, and then you will take it to the highest point of this this area here, and this will give you this distance. And what happens is, with these Fibonacci levels, these are the fib numbers here, except the 0.5, that's just 50%, but these other levels here are the fib levels. They sort of give you an indication of how much move it's retraced back. So in this move here, if you come back all the way here, this would represent 50%. So in this case, it's actually what happened was, it went through the 50, it even dropped through the 618, and now it's actually dropped even further. So it went into the 618 channel here. We can actually extend this out a little bit further. We'll move that across a bit. Perfect. So you can see it was in this here, and this we call it like an area of value. And this is the reason is once you cross that 618 down to the 786, you're getting a really good discount on Bitcoin over this period of time. So from this period back in July to this high and to where it is now, to get in here represents a really good area to get into as far as value goes. So we're actually below that now. We actually dropped through that, and this is in a really what you call a deep area of value. So like essentially it's nearly gone back to its levels back here on the lows around about July. Now at the moment, if you believe this is around about 30,000 is the floor price, and we're not going to see Bitcoin below that, then this means right now this area of deep value, this represents a good place to purchase Bitcoin if you want to hold Bitcoin for the long term. So as you can see here, we did have a few months basically from May through July where it's quite choppy and was testing that, and then finally took off, and we had some really strong candles, and then we day after day after day, and then it climbed. So what we're looking for here is, if we see something to this effect, we'll see that we're going to be moving out of this area. If we just get this choppiness like we did before, this could be an extended sideways action. And obviously if it breaks below say 30k or 29k, then this would be possibly, you would say that now we've entered the bear market. I mean, it's subjective on where the bear market is, but for this for the moment, dropping below that 29 probably 29,000, that would mean that it would be even lower than it was back here in January before we had this bull run. And essentially once it drops below that 30, really the next sort of levels are around about the 18 to 20,000 level. We would retest that. So I don't really see it going below that at this stage, but I do see it possibly testing the 29k. So yeah, you want to have a look at this area here, and if you are long on Bitcoin, consider DCAing in it. So that's DCAing is one of the strategies you can use while Bitcoin's dropping. So DCA means dollar cost averaging, and essentially it is purchasing Bitcoin as it goes down. So, or effectively purchasing it whenever. So you could have purchased Bitcoin over here, you could have purchased Bitcoin here and here, and even up here and down here. But when you actually add all your purchases together and divide it by how many times you've purchased, it reduces your cost on the price you've paid for Bitcoin. So generally that's what DCAing use, and it's used for, it's like a long-term strategy to accumulate, and you don't really want to worry about it. The other thing you could have been doing this whole time is being in stables. You could have been in any of the stable coins while this is going on the sidelines. And this is what I've been in sidelines for some time, probably since November, when the market was up here. I was in stables, and then the market has since retraced back through 618, through 786, and now we're right down here into this deep value area here. Now, if you weren't in stables, the only other, other than like say leveraging, like doing short trading, which is like any leverage trading, it's making money while Bitcoin's going down, and that involves leverage, and it's pretty tricky to do. Obviously, you can make a lot of money if you do it correctly. But the third thing that I want to talk about is yield farming. If you were into yield farming, you could actually be yield farming off stables and earning interest even though the market is going down, or getting into some other coins or tokens and doing yield farming on that. And some of the yield farms are not too bad, and they haven't been affected by the drop in Bitcoin and crypto overall. So I'll probably do some videos on some of those coming up. Let me know if you want to see some of the videos on either DCAing or anything to do with the stable coins or yield farming. Let me know. And if you want to see some more technical analysis, just let me know as well. But this area here is definitely represents an area of value which you could have got into at this stage, and now it's dropped even further. So whether you purchase Bitcoin in here or in here, you're still getting definitely a lot of value compared to what it was. And when the market picks up, it will retest these highs again in the future and beyond. And so this is just a great time to load up on Bitcoin. If it does go into a bear market, you will see it drop down further, which means if you've still got fiat, you can convert that into Bitcoin and DCA in at lower cost. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a like, and if you want more like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and we'll see you soon. Thanks guys, bye.